I know I'm not fully blonde yet, but I feel like I am Baby Spice. That's me pretending to dance with Giovanni, by the way. That's probably the biggest thing that I've learned. And I didn't ever think that I would come out of the experiment being this proud of myself. Hi guys, I'm Ella Morgan. I am the queen, the trans queen from Maths, and I'm here to play Spy at the Altar. My biggest highlight from my Maths experience was probably meeting my Spice Girls, Roz, Tasha and Jay, besties for life. But I think more importantly, meeting JJ, who is just the most incredible guy I've ever met, as a cisgendered straight guy, to openly date a trans woman on a national television show, to me takes such courage. And the fact that he went with his heart, and we were both so genuine and real with each other, and got a lot of backlash for what we did. I'm so glad we did, because he's inspired me. He's hopefully inspired many other people, trans girls and boys, that are going to realise that you can find love and you can be accepted by someone who's cis and straight, and that there's not a stigma. You can be accepted and you can still be loved and not be seen as a label. You can be seen and loved as the real person that you clearly are. And I just think, yeah, he's just a beautiful, beautiful person. He's so handsome. He's so genuine. He's funny. You didn't probably get to see a lot of what I saw of JJ. And yeah, he makes my heart melt. I mean, look at my face now. He just makes me smile. And I'm just so blessed that I've got a friend for life. My biggest challenge in the experiment was probably my relationship with my husband, Nathaniel. I feel like I went into the experiment very confident, very sure of myself, very self-aware of who I am and what I want. And I feel like during the relationship, my confidence just went down. And I lost who I was. And that ultimately, I think, affected how I felt in my relationship with JJ. But I tried and I wanted it to work, and ultimately it didn't. But I think the biggest challenge was being with someone that I felt the whole time didn't want to be with me and didn't try and make as much effort. And now I've learned not to take that personally. I'm not for everybody. Some people will love me, some people won't. But I'm still a badass bitch and I'm fucking amazing. So I'm back to feeling like the confident queen that I am. So a lot of people know that there's a Spice Girls in Maths, and that consists of myself, Jay, Roz and Tasha. So I am posh, Roz is baby, Tasha is scary, and Jay is obviously Ginger Spice. We have a WhatsApp group and we talk every single day. On the way here, I was literally FaceTiming the girls. So yeah, we see each other as much as we can. We're very busy Spice Girls. But we're just missing the sporty now. So I think Laura's going to take Posh Spice, and I'm going to have to be demoted to sporty. Well, demoted only because I love Posh the most. Because Laura is more of a Posh Spice than I am. So I'm happy to be Sporty Spice, even though I don't go to the gym or do any working out. Yeah, we're an amazing group. We'll be friends for life. And yeah, they are literally my besties. So that's why we talk every day. Okay, so technically, I think really, if it was down to me, Tasha would be Scary, Jay would be Ginger Spice, I would be Baby Spice. I know I'm not fully blonde yet, but I feel like I am Baby Spice. And I think Roz should be Sporty, because of all the farm animals. They probably keep her exercised. I mean, I don't remember the last time I stepped foot in a gym. There's probably cobwebs everywhere. So yeah, it was before COVID. So I just don't think I suit being sporty. So my relationship with Erica obviously didn't get off to the best start. I know Tasha's my bestie, and me and Tasha had a few things to say when we were asked, may I add, at the spa day about Erica. I mean, me and Erica, we're not the best of friends. We don't really talk. I think I've got my unit of girls from the show. Peggy, Laura, Tasha, Jane, Roz. So that's no shade to anyone else who I've not listed. But listen, in life, you get on with some people, you don't get on with everyone. I'm sure some of the cast don't like me, or not don't like me because I think I'm fabulous, so they will probably like me. I think some of the cast probably wouldn't see me as like their best friend, which is fine. Don't take it personally. I'm fine with that. But yeah, maybe me and Erica are too similar. Because you can only ever have one star of the show, and I've taken that crown, so, maybe she's just jealous that she hasn't got it. I'm joking! One of the biggest misconceptions about me from the show, I would say, is probably that I'm this bitch, and that I don't have much emotion, and that I'm very confident and very secure. And I think as the series has gone on, viewers can probably see that I actually am not the most confident person, and I think I put on a bit of a facade, and that just comes from years of not feeling good enough for anybody, and I try and cover up my insecurities and my confidence issues with humour. So I have quite dry sense of humour, and sometimes it can be a little bit offensive. Some people don't always get it, and it can be a bit crude, but I realise that I don't always need to give the humour to cover up my insecurities. I'm not insecure, I just have insecurities. And I've definitely learnt throughout the show to be more confident and be proud of who I am. And I'm definitely not as insecure as I once was. And JJ is a huge factor in helping me with that. But I think that's a misconception, is that Ella thinks she's amazing, she's so confident, but I think deep down, like most people, I'm not. I've gone through so much as a person that anyone who's gone through what I've gone through, or gone through any hardships in life, whether it's similar or different to mine, is going to suffer from confidence issues. And I'm actually quite proud of it now. Like, I've shown that I can be vulnerable. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very emotional person. And maybe the Ella that went into the experiment isn't the Ella that's come out, but the Ella that's come out of the experiment, I'm a lot more self-aware, I've grown, I've learned, I'm actually confident now, and I've not got as many insecurities. And I think by being so open and vulnerable has helped me to, I guess, shed some of that. And the help of the girls and the help of JJ, hopefully people can see that misconception isn't true, and I'm not this crazy, loud, flamboyant person who's confident all the time. And I do have a big heart, and I can be emotional, wear my heart on my sleeve. So, yeah. I'm not a bitch. Just sometimes I'm a bitch, but I'm nice most of the time. I learned a lot throughout the experiment, but the biggest learning curve from doing the whole journey for me is that I learned that I am I said I wasn't gonna cry. Is that I'm enough, and I think years of just being seen as a label or seen as like a fetish, and people being ashamed to be with me or linked to me, has made my confidence go down. But I've learned from being with JJ that having a cisgendered straight guy be into me and be so proud to be with me on national television in front of everyone, and deal with all the hate that he's had and still be so confident and proud of me, that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned. And I didn't ever think that I would come out of the experiment being this proud of myself, but I look in the mirror now and I'm like, I know it may not have worked with JJ, but I know I'll find someone that loves me for me, everything about me, but I still have a lot of work to do on myself. But if it wasn't for JJ, I don't think I'd be this proud. yeah, I just think I've learned that I am incredible and that I'm enough, and I never ever thought that those words would come out of my mouth. I used to say it and want to believe it, and I put on this false facade that I'm this person, but I think people can see now that I'm not. But I'm getting there, and I'm just really proud that thanks to him, I actually can see now I'm going to be happy with someone that's going to accept me for everything, and not just accept me and that be it. I can ask for a full package, I can ask for the world, and I know I'm capable of getting it, and I deserve it as well. So yeah, watching myself and JJ do our final vows was emotional, to say the least. I think a lot of people gave us backlash for how things were handled and what we said and did. But for me, being with JJ on and off camera, there were so many special moments that people didn't see. And I feel like from the minute me and JJ got together, no one really gave us a chance. No one being like the public. And we've had to just face all of this backlash. Yet I feel like there was a turning point when people watched the episode and that they saw that I decided to put myself first. Which, me choosing me was the hardest decision I think I've made on the show, but also in life. Because when it comes to relationships, I will settle quite quickly. As long as someone accepts me, that's all I ask for. I went into the experiment on the couch and said I just want to be accepted. I face so much rejection that I realised it's one thing to be accepted, but what about everything else? I deserve the whole package. And I think I'm really, really proud of myself that for once I thought, you know what? Yes, I've been accepted by JJ, but we romantically aren't on the same level. I need affection. I need affirmation. And I felt annoying having to ask JJ for that. But looking back now, that's okay. I shouldn't be embarrassed to ask for affirmations or for care or honesty or affection. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not embarrassed anymore because I've realised and learnt that when I next get into a relationship, that's something I need. And it's not surprising given what I've gone through as a person. But I'm just really proud of myself that I chose me and I just didn't settle. I could have so easily have stood there and said, I choose you. But I think deep down I knew I was having doubts. I just didn't want to believe them. I wanted to believe the fairy tale of me meeting this handsome Essex boy that I thought I could only dream of being with. But in reality, it wasn't perfect, and I need to put myself first, and I'm glad I did, because now I have learnt and I've seen what I need in a man, what a man needs to give me, and also what I can offer a man. If JJ was the right person, we wouldn't have had rows and I wouldn't have said it all in the wrong way when I'd had a drink. We would get on all the time and we'd understand each other and be able to communicate. And me and JJ couldn't communicate. I felt like I was annoying him if I ever said I need this, this, this. So it was hard to watch, but you've got to pick yourself sometimes. And I'm glad I put number one first. And I've learnt so much. But don't get me wrong, I was in floods of tears, my family was in floods of tears, because I think what I said at the end is so true. Like, having someone accept you for the first time in your life is the best thing in the world. And obviously it is sad, because I still have feelings for JJ and it is sad to watch it back, but I'd rather have him in my life as a friend than not at all, and he's taught me so much. He inspires me, and to hear him say that he's proud of me and that I'm an inspiration is just incredible. So yeah, it was amazing. It was so fun to watch back, but it was really hard because I think deep down I didn't really want to call it a day, but I just had to put myself first. But hopefully this is going to be a moment in TV history, and the younger little boys inside me would be able to look up to that and be like, there's hope. You can be loved and you can be accepted. So, yeah. We've all gone through breakups in life, and we've all gone through hardships. We've all had bad times in and out of relationships, and I think I'm very surprised at myself. I'm very wear my heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. I always go with my feelings, but I think deep down in the back of my head, I knew this was the right decision for me to make. But I think when you're gutsy enough to put yourself first and realise your self-worth and what you deserve, even though you fancy that person, you have feelings for that person, it's so easy to make the other decision and be like, yeah, I want to be with you, let's make it work. It's so easy to do that because you go with your head rather than your heart. And I think I went with my heart, and it was the right decision to make, but it was the hardest decision I had to make. And I'm sure it's not the first time I'm going to be in this position, but at least I've learnt from it, and I've got the guts to put myself first when I realised something's not right. And I didn't think I was strong enough to do that because I was blinded by the relationship I had with JJ. And it wasn't bad, it just wasn't right for either of us, and that's okay. So bring on the next sexy single man. There's not many of us together now, but I would say the couple that will definitely for sure go the distance, and I'm not just saying this because she's my bestie, it would be Paul and Tasha. I just think they're the epitome of this experiment working. They have gone through so many ups and downs, and they've come out the other side, and I think it's quite clear to see that they were made for each other. Tasha is wild, she's fiery, but she's got the biggest heart. She just doesn't show it as much as Paul does. And yeah, I just think they're a match made in heaven. And I can't wait to be an auntie. I can't wait to go to the real wedding and grow old with Tasha drinking brandy. They're just adorable, they really are. So yeah, I've rooted for them since day one, and I know they're going to grow old together. So Nanny Val has met the Spice Girls. She's met Roz, Tasha and Jay. I have to say, Tasha is her favourite. She always goes on about Tasha as soon as Tasha comes on the screen. I think she just sees how similar me and Tasha are. Maybe I'm not as fiery as Tasha, but yeah, she loves them all. She's got a big crush on Paul and George, so maybe they shouldn't be invited round because God knows what would be happening then. But my nan obviously loves JJ to bits. She just thinks he's adorable, and he is. I may not have left the show with a husband or a boyfriend for that matter, but I think since finding myself, I've realised what I want to do, and I think the next chapter in my life is about me and my career, and I think I want to do so many things. The world's my oyster. I love an adventure. I would never say no to any challenge. So, you know, I would absolutely love to do a certain dancing show. That's me pretending to dance with Giovanni, by the way. And maybe eat some testicles in the jungle. Hint, hint. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Celeb Big Brother, I feel like I've had enough of cameras around me 24/7, you know, and just being wild and crazy, and living with a bunch of strangers. I mean, now I love everyone that I had to live with in the experiment, but it was testing at times. So I don't know how confident and sure I am about wanting to go into the Big Brother house. I know that people want me on there, but I know there's 2 shows for sure that I would definitely, if it ever came my way, I would not say no to. I mean, they couldn't be further apart, the jungle and the dance floor. But, yeah, this isn't the last time you're going to see me. So, sorry, not sorry. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Married at First Sight videos.